if I don't do nothing else, I'm going to talk that law. Let's talk about it. But before I begin, for those who don't know me, I am a Texas trial attorney. Going on my 5th year in the game. Y'all see the law license on the wall signed by the 9 justices of the Supreme Court. Now I was minding my business and I was drinking my water. And we got a surprise visit today. And we're going to get into that. Oh, what's up? Thank everybody for coming back, those who can make it. Oh, y'all was live in the chat. Okay. What's up, Blaz? Miss Melanie? TBA Boxing Talk. Thanks for coming up earlier today. The jury is out on Thursday. The judge said that he don't want to see them. No, the lawyers need more time to work it out. So court will be Thursday for the lawyers at 9:30, but not for the jury. All right, I have wasted today. No court. I hope Thursday is a good day in court and we get to cover some ground. Yeah, we need to cover some ground. Yeah, before we get started, if y'all don't mind hitting that like button and the big red button, subscribe. Oh, so he didn't cancel Thursday and Friday. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm just going through some of the comments that I missed. Oh, unless that wasn't for me, y'all weren't talking to me. Hello, Miss Deborah C. Shout out to Erica. We super early in the chat. All right, it popped on my screen while I was shopping and I clicked it. Come on here. And of course, Michael Williams in the chat. What Michael say? Y'all know I really do not see Woody as no stepper. That's a funny dude, little dude. If you can make the court reporter smile after she had that frown on her face for 90 court days, he is a winner. Somebody say Woody so unbothered he didn't win swimming today. Somebody say Woody in the pool. Hey, KO. Oh man, let's just go. Thanks again, Michael. Somebody said you need to show them how time works. Oh yeah, come on. Time is time. I'm not gonna keep y'all waiting. Oh man, let's see. I don't even know what I did with my phone. What did I do with the phone? Hopefully I don't need it. He need a break. Let's go to his IG right quick and we'll get to the other stuff, the good stuff. Let me see. Where your IG at, Woody? He ain't got no music on there, do he? Let me check. All right, I'm gonna mute the music, and then we can see what he got going on. Let's see. Shout out to Woody. Let me go back. Oh, there you go. Start it over. Woody said he's shopping. He's swimming with a six-pack. Oh, okay. Got the basketball handles. This boy living it up. But what was those words? Let me go back and read it. He said something. Oh, he's promoting his TikTok. Oh, he was promoting the TikTok. Let me go back. Follow him on TikTok. Woody _ self-made. He said, gotta enjoy it before they come and take it. Y'all see what he said? He said, you gotta enjoy it before they come in. Take it. Oh, he not scared at all. So they can't use that excuse for the chamber meeting. You're right. He all outside. He all at the, what was he at, Walmart? He in the pool. He literally walking down the middle of the street. The middle of the street. Talking about he was so scared they had to have the meeting behind closed doors. Glanville. Lily say he on social media proving the state wrong again. Oh, somebody said it right here. Woody was at the pool, Walmart, and the trampoline park. He did more than all of us today. He did more than all of us. Shout out to Coco, Michael, and Erica. They were in the chat early. Thank y'all for supporting as always. Yo say Woody just know that dead docket about to bite him. I don't know what that means specifically. Somebody said, you know, the DA or TMZ in the bushes watching. What would he say? Pacific. I don't know what that means specifically. None. People talking about Woody better watch out. Woody like, nah, they better watch out for me. Yeah, I'll put that in my notes and we can go over all of that good stuff. Let me make a note. Out of my mini notes today. We want to talk about the mandamus. Okay. I think we kind of went over that. We probably touched on that earlier. Yeah, probably. Not the mandamus. Put that mandamus on him quick. Judge not acting right. Put the mandamus on him. Wait, what's wrong with her people? I don't respect none. What's wrong with infamous Sylvia? Actually, last night, we were able to review some of her coverage because she was like one of the first to have that motion filed by Kayla Bumpus attorneys. Somebody said, I guess. Or IG talk. I get, okay, maybe I'm missing it. All right. So before we get started, I wanted to just go back through. Oh my God, if y'all start talking about, no, why would we do that? She the eyes and ears to all of this in the courtroom. Yeah, she break the news first. So tell him I was on your first live. Get to, okay. Oh yeah. What question do you know about changing? No, that ain't my area. I try to stay in my lane. Yeah. And because people think when you go to law school, you learn about everything. Yeah, we do. We do learn about everything. But when you get out of school, you take the bar, you forget all of that stuff. You only remember what you need to remember, whatever area you're going to be in. Oh, man. Yeah, if y'all don't mind hitting the like button and subscribing, that would be great. So we're gonna review what we went over this morning. Shout out to Slick. Let's review what we went over this morning. We got a little more insight that we really wasn't expecting. And out of the kindness of her heart, Miss Kayla Bumpus, she came over to bless the channel with her presence. And I think it was so much going on when she came. It was like in the middle of like a live. I don't know, it was a 6-hour live. Okay, that must be some Georgia. Check a dead docket. Wait, where did it go? Oh, okay. Dead docket. A dead docket. I don't know if that means something that's legal or something from the streets. Yes, I temporarily did, just so people can revisit right now, if that makes sense. I'll put it back up though. You know, after this, I just temporarily took it down. Because if you want to see it, you got to come back, right? Ain't that's how they do it? That's right. See, that's the business 101. I say, if you want to be nosy, you got to come back. You got to come back. Somebody say what they talk about. Nothing. Just talk that law. All right, so let's go. No, this is a reaction. Did you not read the title? It said attorney reacts as lawyer for YSL Woody, Kayla Bumpus joined live. I'm reacting to the live that she joined. And we get to watch it. We're going to get to watch it. But before we do that, I wanted just to us to see I wanted us to just get a feel of who the parties are. Who the parties are. Who are the players in the game. Oh, y'all so funny. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna yeah, I've seen that, yo. I'm gonna look at it when I have time, because I don't want to hold y'all too long, right? Well, y'all be talking in this chat. So we know. So this is the situation. We have Woody. We know who Woody is, right? Woody is a witness in a YSL trial. And on Friday, last Friday, was it last Friday or the Friday before? The days are running together. On the 7th, June 7th, he was supposed to testify. He refused to testify. He invoked his Fifth Amendment right. And he had a lawyer there by the name of Attorney Melnick. And Melnick was like, my client invokes his right to remain silent. Don't ask him anything else. Attorney Love, don't ask him anything else. This is my client. But guess what? Melnick had to go out of town. Melnick talked all that noise, but then he had to tell the court he had tickets that he couldn't get refunded for. He said, I got tickets and I can't even get a refund. So, Woody, you're on your own. He said, Woody, you on your own. And the judge was like, well, whether you're here or not, we going forward. We going forward. We don't give a damn that you got to go out of town. What you mean? And in the words of Gunna in his new song, it ain't really that new no more. When he say, fuck you mean. Excuse my language for some of y'all. What you mean? Yep, exactly. So what happened was Melnick reached out to a friend. We learned that the friend was Kayla Bumpus. He called her. They've been friends for years. I got to go out of town. Can you cover for me? And he knew that she's not a new lawyer. I believe she graduated in 2018. So she has a ton of experience, hell of experience. So, and not only that, she was a former prosecutor, but not under Fonnie Willis, but under the previous DA, Paul, the previous administration. I'm not sure if she know Hilton and Love like that. Maybe it's some familiarity, but I don't think they just closed. But at the end of the day, she still had a job to do. So she did it. She said, you know what? I'm going to stand in for you. Yeah, she said, I'm going to stand in for you. So Melnick left. Monday came, and then we had Attorney Bumpus. She showed up. And by this time, a secret meeting went on in the back room. A secret meeting. And guess what? When that meeting happened, it wasn't just 1 or 2, 3 or 4 people in the back room. Guess how many people was back there? Who was here this morning? How many people was in the secret meeting? The so-called secret meeting. I don't know how it can be a secret with this amount of people in the room. Nobody don't know how many people was in the room. Nobody was here this morning in the chat. 14. Shout out to Erica. 14 people was in a secret meeting. Now I think you came right after Michael. Yeah, or right before, yeah, after that happened. I think so. I don't know. It was 14 people in the room. So there's no attorney-client privilege. Obviously, if it's attorney-client privilege, it's secret. It's between you and your client, not the world. The world was in the room. In a back room in a secret meeting with the lights off. What the hell going on in Georgia? I said, I know you lying when I first heard about it. I said, I know you lying. Oh, somebody said I'm at work. Turn me down then. Turn me down. Turn me down. I don't want to get nobody fired. 14, too many goddamn people. So Bumpus went Monday, and Kenneth Copeland was in the back room. Something happened in that room. No, we don't know for sure. We can speculate. It's been reported what happened. But whatever went on, Kenneth Copeland changed his mind. And somebody say, well, what happened in the room? Supposedly he was pressured. The DA Love, DA Hilton was threatening that young man, saying you're going to be in jail not only till this trial is over, but until the other YSL members are charged and until their trial is over. So you're going to be in there a long time. And Woody was thinking, I might can do 2 years, but you said I'm going to be in jail indefinitely? Oh, no, I got to go. I got to go. So Woody changed his mind. He was given immunity, use immunity, and people get it confused. It's a difference. You got use immunity and transactional immunity. Transactional immunity is full immunity. No matter What you say on the stand, off the stand, anywhere in the world, you can confess transactional immunity. You will not be prosecuted for that crime ever. That's transactional, aka full immunity. And then you have use immunity, which means nothing you say on the stand can be used against you. So there's a big difference. And I believe the judge misexplained this to Woody. So even though he cannot be prosecuted for what he say on the stand, the prosecutors can always get some outside evidence. Let's say they get a videotape and some more witnesses. They can still come back and try to prosecute him. So it's always important for him to have representation. But in any event, Woody changed his mind, and attorney Kayla Bumpus was like, okay, this was all I was here for. Woody was in jail over the weekend. He changed his mind. He's ready to testify. Y'all gave him immunity. And guess what? Immunity is something you cannot refuse. The state can give it to you. They're going to put it in your lap. They're going to say, you don't have no choice. You plead the Fifth Amendment. We're going to give you immunity. You cannot say, oh, I don't want to testify. I have a Fifth Amendment right. Yeah, you have a Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate yourself, but your threat of incrimination is now gone. How is it gone? Because you have immunity, use immunity. So now you have to testify or you're going to be held in contempt of court. So he was in the back room. He was getting threatened by the judge, threatened by the prosecutor. They had him in the corner jacked up, saying, you're going to testify, Woody. And guess what? He changed his mind. Woody came out to play ball. So now Kayla Bumpus is saying, hey, judge, I'm ready to go. I was only here until he cured his contempt. And the way you purge your contempt or you fix your contempt is by complying with the court. So once Woody complied with the court, Kayla was like, okay, I'm ready to go. But about this time, when, Kayla's ready to go, she did her job. She has no further use to be in the courtroom. Around this time, the defense lawyers, the YSL defense lawyers found out about the secret meeting. They found out. See, what's done in the dark when it comes to the light. They found out. And now the judge is like, okay, nobody going nowhere. Nobody leaving. She was trying, and when I say she, Kayla Bumpus, she was like, judge, I did my job. He's out of jail. Let me go. And this judge said, hell no, you have to stay on the case. And then finally, some other lawyers stood up for Kayla. They were like, judge, that's not the law. The client can waive the 10-day waiting period. She actually can leave now. And the judge said, okay, well, if she can leave, all right. But guess what? I'm going to issue an order for her to show cause. What is an order to show cause? That's an order to show up the court to tell the judge why he shouldn't lock you up. He was trying to lock her up. He was trying to lock her up. Somebody said, he said, no, I'm good when she asked to approach. He was trying to lock her up. And we know that's not right. Why would you try to lock her up? And you know why? Because he wanted to figure out who told the defense attorneys about the secret meeting. He wanted to know who told y'all. Nobody should have revealed that information. And I'm like, well, damn, judge, since I found today, it's 14 people in the room. Pick one. I mean, how many of y'all would trust a secret with 14 people? I think that's wild, right? I mean, who would trust a secret with 14 people? Somebody gonna, they're gonna tell they one person, and that one person will tell they one person. Next thing you know, it's out and about. But he assumed it was Kayla Bumpus. He assumed it was Woody's substitute attorney. And he admitted so as much when he was talking to one of the lawyers. He was like, there's only one person left, and if she disclosed she this, she that, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's talking about Kayla Bumpus. He's talking about her. We know he's talking about her. And he issued a show cause order for her to come back to court on June 25th, which is next Tuesday. He said, you got to come back. I want a show cause order not only for you, Kayla, but everybody else in the room. Now, let's be clear. He already made up in his mind who it was. He just didn't want to seem biased on his order because he didn't know for sure. So he put everybody on the paper. But in his mind, he really want Kayla. He wanted Kayla to come back. He didn't know for sure. He accused Steve of eavesdropping. He said, "Oh, you must have been eavesdropping, or you have something like a recorder. How else would you know?" And Brian Steele, YSL defense attorney for Young Thug, said, "I'm not going to tell you." And the judge threatened to put him in jail. He said, "I'm not going to tell you. Put me in jail." Brian Steele took off his coat. He took off his tie. He took off his watch. He said, "I don't care if you lock me up, but I'll be damned if I tell you who my source is. I'll be damned if I reveal the truth." So today, Kayla Bumpus, this morning, her attorney showed up and they came in there deep. Kayla called them the dream team. Kayla said, "Y'all got her effed up." And those are my words, not hers. Glanville, with your no good ass. No good. I know somebody ain't gonna like it. He corrupt. A secret meeting in a back room with lawyer love. And he thought he wouldn't get dragged from the East Coast to the West Coast. Somebody say drag to the pits of hell. Yeah, we gonna drag you because you shouldn't have done it. So Kayla asked to leave. The judge said no. He gave her order to show cause, and he said you have to come back on the 25th. She had her lawyer show up to court today. Her lawyer showed up like 5-6 deep. They were in there deep. And the judge looking like and They was like, she said, in the belly of the beast. They showed up deep. Like, what, judge? We here. And he fumbling. Now he fumbling. I can't talk about that today. We have to talk about that at a different time. We may not even have the hearing on the 25th anymore. I haven't even ruled on if I'm going to have the hearing at all. So now he backtracking. Let her go, judge. Let her go. The hell you going to get mad at her because you got caught? So I want to thank Kayla again. She popped on earlier today while we had our chat going. We were just chilling. And I thought when they first seen the name, I was like, man, who done stole Kayla's name and her tag? There's so many people out there that be stealing your information. And this was just a young girl, a young attorney, helping someone out with a favor. I mean, it's not uncommon for attorneys to have someone else stand in for us. When we can't make it, you know, you can tell somebody, can you stand in for me? Client, you okay with that? Okay, cool. It's not uncommon. But the judge today, he refused. He said, I'm not going to step down. He said, Elf, y'all. Keep talking about me. He said, keep talking that law. But I'm not going nowhere. And I figured this. He's not going to go down without a fight. I mean, I don't get that demeanor from him at all. He's not going to go down without a fight. So the family crew don't like her. She used to work for, you know, okay, they don't like her. Yeah, I'm not going to go down without a fight. So he stayed and he told the lawyer, like, hold on. What was that attorney's name? Let me look it up. Hold on, Gabe Banks. Don't jump on me. Don't knock me out with the law. I said, hold on, we can talk about it later. I'm gonna be in contact with you. That's what he's. I'm gonna be in contact with you. So before I play the video of what Kayla, when she stopped by earlier, it was just a few minutes, but the few minutes told me everything I needed to know. That really already in my mind probably had an idea. But we can hear from Kayla's own mouth just a few words, and just to be clear, my words are not her words. So I won't. If this get back to Georgia, I don't want the judge. Oh, you were on there talking? No, that was me. That was me. Let me see if I can pull up real quick so we can get some foundation of when the judge was discussing with, let's see. Well, we ain't even got to do that. You know what? I'm going to skip that. We know Woody said she fired. She fired. Woody, how you trying to fire somebody? I ain't paid that woman $1. But let's get into it. I know some of y'all got to go. Let's get right to it. And if y'all don't mind liking and subscribing, thank you, Don. See, if y'all don't mind, that would be great. That'll help the channel grow. And if you don't want to come back, I might as well wear you out while I got you here. Wear all y'all out. I'm gonna wear you out. So what I'm gonna do is share my screen. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go back a few. Maybe right there. I will say that wasn't the first time I heard that she had connections to Texas. So I don't know. I don't know what I don't know, but in any event, whatever the case may be, I know she's wait, who is? Oh, okay. Well, NPRE, that's easy. Oh, hello, can you hear? Oh, you're not about. Thank you so much for joining. I know your hands are tied and you're limited to what you can say or cannot say, so I won't even go there. But thank you for joining the conversation. I didn't know because nowadays people will make a fake profile so quick.
No, it's a lot of fake pages.
Oh, it's okay. That's pretending to be you or speaking on behalf of you. Well, I would tell you, you do got the dream team. I don't know how you did it that quick, but I was saying that I was like, she need to get a lawyer.
These are my friends. Gabe was a prosecutor when I was a prosecutor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So are you moving to Texas now?
Yeah, I live in Texas now.
Okay, so are you gonna practice in both?
Yeah, I'm gonna practice in both. I kept my office in Atlanta. I'm gonna hire an associate for court appearances, but I do mostly personal injury.
Okay, I got a real good friend that I went to school with. She was a year above me, and she does personal injury, and she practices in both Texas and in Georgia. So maybe y'all can link up and get some done together. But she's definitely killing the game for sure in personal injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been I do a little personal injury myself. I really love criminal defense, but personal injury where the money at.
I don't want no criminal cases.
I know that's right. Especially after now, right?
Right.
Especially after now, they can have it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on and showing your face so we can know it's you. I know you.
Yep, it's me.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna ask you nothing. Is there anything you wanted to say, or no? No, you just chilling.
No, I'm just going to different channels, just getting a vibe of what people think. It's just so funny to me. Everybody has like all of these theories and.
Right. We have and be dead wrong.
For the most part, I mean, nobody has. I haven't seen one person who I'm like, who they know. Like, not one person has said what actually happened.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Really.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is gonna be interesting then.
It's gonna be interesting, but I mean, I don't think the 25th is gonna happen.
He shouldn't even did it in the first place. And
yeah.
And this, I know this is not you saying this, so you don't got to adopt my statements, but it seemed to me that when you were first trying to get off the case, he didn't want to let you go because he already had in his mind that he was trying to keep you there for this show cause hearing.
He was trying to punish me.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. I mean, to be clear, that's exactly what it was. He didn't want to let you go, and then when the other lawyer stepped in and said, "Hey, Judge, you got the rules wrong as usual," and that's me saying that, not you. He was like, "Well, you can go," but then he handed you a paper. I already knew he was on some. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it clean while you up here because I don't want them to say, you're saying what I'm saying. But yeah, that was that. But I'm
just point blank period. Like I'm gonna say this is that Woody, like me, the agreement was always that I was only representing him while he was in custody. Once they agreed to let him out of custody, so I mean the whole fire was because he was trying to help me get off the case. I mean, even he knew that the judge was wrong.
Like, see, that was my first theory because a lot of times when we work with clients, we could talk to him on the side.
Me and him are close. Like I represented him a lot. Like I know him. Okay. So there's no bad blood at all.
Oh, okay.
It was just like everybody. Even he couldn't believe what was happening.
Oh, okay. The way his demeanor is, and he, dramatic with it. She lied. Yeah, yes, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, okay, if it was my client, and I tell my client, hey, the judge is not gonna let me off unless you get on board. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, I mean, I've never had a client that just say, if they know what I want to do, they'll be like, oh, okay, so is this what I got to do? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, that's what you got to do. And then we go do it.
But that was always the understanding. It was I didn't do anything, like all these theories about it. There was no anything like that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that you were like a substitute attorney, even if that's the proper term. I know you was
co-counsel. The thing about it is me and Melnick are friends, and he knew I had previously had a relationship with Woody. So when he asked me, it was no problem because I had previously represented him. It is what it is. So it didn't matter. I mean, their agreement was once he was once he purged himself by testifying that he would no longer need representation.
Right. Okay. So, and I guess that makes sense. I mean, as far as, I was thinking that when you came in for Melnick, you were there for Melnick during the entire time because from my understanding, he was giving use immunity. And as we know, use immunity covers, what you say on the stand. They can't use that against you, but it's not full immunity. So I was thinking, does he need a lawyer there outside of, because he might say something on the stand that, that has him locked up. So that was my concern for him. He needed an attorney there. But if you and Melnick had an understanding that, hey, I'm only here until he purged his contempt, and once his contempt was purged, I'm gone. And that makes sense because I don't think you should have been locked into that case while Melnick was gone for, week, 2 weeks. That ain't right.
Right.
You see what you were doing a favor.
Doing a no good deed goes unpunished.
Goes unpunished, right? You was doing a favor and almost got trapped. They didn't want to let you go. Yeah, but
I just say this, and the last thing is that everything happens for a reason, and it happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Right. I agree. I mean, I think you did the best you could with what you had to work with. And like you said, we don't know. We're speculating what happened in that meeting. And And from my understanding, in the motion, you were present in the meeting, so we don't know what was said. We don't know who came to who defense, or were you representing Woody, or were you not? It's a lot, so many questions that we want to know.
And I'm gonna answer all of them, but I will say this: it was 14 people in the room.
14. Okay, and the judge tried to say attorney-client. How you have attorney-client privilege when it's 14 people in the room? There's no confidence in that whatsoever. But that's me. But thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
Hopefully we can get you back one day.
Okay.
All right, thanks, bye. Oh, let me see. So what y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first. Shout out to Cash. Boy, y'all see, this ain't no clickbait. Just because you went here to see, this is what happens when you late. You got to be here early. Early will I seek thee. See, we came late. This is not just Glanville. I like to start on time. And she came. And I see some people say, you should have asked her this, ask her that. We got to remember that she is under, a certain amount of constraints. The judge already won her head. Let's be clear about it. Judge Glanville won her head because he don't know who the mole is in his courtroom. But you're trying to attack Judge Glanville, another member of the bar. Yes, she coming to Texas. She coming to Texas to get one of them on her wall. Yeah. And then he gets upset with her when she stands up for herself. She lawyers up. Yeah, if I get a show call from a judge that's trying to put me in jail, hell yes, I'm lawyering up. And from the looks of it, the judge better get him a good lawyer too. Somebody said he's swinging at the air right now. Yeah, he's swinging at the air. Yeah, so she said as much as she could without going overboard and crossing the line. Because we got to remember who we're dealing with. As of right now, from my understanding, no. The judge specifically told her lawyer today that he hasn't ruled on her motion yet. And I'm going to cover her motion. That's what we're going to do tonight. I was just going to cover her motion. But somebody said, I haven't seen the video from this morning. So I said, you know what? I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again. And that's when I reframed the topic of the conversation to start with that first and then go over her motion. So we can see exactly why she is pissed the hell off. And I plan on, when she's clear, asking her back. I do plan on, asking not only her back, I'm going to ask her, could she bring Woody with her? Who want to see Woody? We want to see Woody. I really hope Woody come out clean on the other side, but he better cut it out. Yeah, we're going all the way. Whatever you're doing, I don't care if you did or you didn't do it. You live in the street life, you're not. Cut it out. But it's not whether you did it or not, it's whether they can prove it. And they cannot say you took somebody out when you did not. I mean, Woody even said himself, he said, I was lying in the courtroom. He said, I was lying in the courtroom. He said, I didn't really kill that man. I just said that. Somebody said, Woody going to jail. Which jail? Because right now he in the pool. Right now he in the pool. Somebody said, love had the $100 taper fade. Well, I sure need to get one myself. I need to get in somebody's barbershop. I need to, yeah. See, so if we can get some more of that, I'm going to be covering this whole trial. See, that's why y'all need to subscribe to the channel. Y'all gonna miss this. Y'all gonna miss it. And then you're gonna be coming back at nighttime saying, wait, what happened? Is that true? Was she really over there? No, that wasn't her. That's clickbait. And all of that because you didn't hit the button. You didn't hit the like button. You didn't subscribe. And you don't got to. You don't want to. You don't have to stay. Hey, it's a family community over here. It's a family community. Y'all don't got. Thank you, Don, again, and Coco, and everybody else that sent people over from other channels to come over here and watch. I wanted to go over the motion for those of y'all that had a little bit more time to stick around. And for those that can't, thank y'all for stopping by. Thank you for coming. Somebody say, Woody need a TV contract. Woody needs something. You done got 59 more subs. Yeah, thank y'all so much for that. Y'all didn't have to do it. Y'all didn't have to stop by. Do you think the judge is showing us he can move anyway? No, I don't think so. He knows he's being watched. I mean, my thing for him, the judge, he doesn't want to step down right now. He don't want to step down right now. Because if you step down, it looks like you quit. And to some people, it may be perceived as you admitting to doing wrong. Oh, I stepped down. Oh, why you step down? Right? So I don't think he ever planned on stepping down. I believe it cost the county millions. And I already know, see, Fonnie, she's prosecuting this case, YSL case, and she's prosecuting, the Trump case. And now both of them are in shambles. And that's what happened when you chase two rabbits. You chase two rabbits, you lose them both. So she should have did one at a time if that was her intention, especially if you're going to do a RICO case, you're going to come with some stronger evidence. And Woody is just chilling. Woody is unbothered. Somebody said Love can thought she had surgery. Yeah. So this is, how are they rabbits? That was an analogy. They're not really rabbits. What do you mean? I'm talking about the cases. When you're trying to take on two big cases at the same time, when you don't really have control over one case, then you can end up losing them both. Get that explained for you, Joe. Joe. Yeah, so I was going to cover the motion because because some of y'all wild. I'll sit here and talk to y'all all day in this chat because some of y'all coming from other places. Oh, all right. Let me know. Shout out to Joe. No testimony tomorrow. Tomorrow's a holiday, Juneteenth. It's not just for Texas. It's not just for us. We got a national holiday for all of y'all. All people, all walks of life, all colors. Everybody get a national holiday. Yeah, so, but Thursday, I believe the lawyers are going to court to continue to go over the videos because right now we're trying to figure out what videos can come in, what videos stay out. You have 4 more police interviews and you have 11 jail calls. Somebody said, Judge is shaking in his boots. Shaking in his boots. Salute from Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Dallas. I'm in the Texas area myself. No, I don't have a membership option. I don't even have enough people yet. We getting there. We getting there little by little. Hello, Miss Danny Steele. Thank you for stopping by. We was with y'all last night. Let's get to 500. Yeah, if y'all don't mind, I don't know where we're at right now. Let's see. Oh, y'all pushing it. We at 465. 465. I haven't forgot about you, Coco. We just gonna 465. So we almost there. So if the ones that can, and it's really, I'm really doing this for chat low key. Boy, chat been pushing. Chat was like, go on Miss Sylvia channel last night. Boy, shout out to chat. You know, this is good for me. Keep doing your thing. The subs gonna come. Yeah. I'm not worried. I'll take it one day at a time. I'm not worried at all. They come. Angela said he definitely better get him a lawyer because he's playing with fire, going against the Supreme Court rulings. The Supreme Court said, sit down, Glanville. Nobody going to jail here but you. Brian still won't be going to jail on Father's Day weekend. The hell wrong with you? Thank you, Black Swan Socials. I like it here now, overzealous. Oh yeah, everybody got free speech. I'm not suppressing nobody's speech. I see some of the comments. I see some of y'all. 20 days is crazy. Yeah. I'm just going through some of the comments, hanging out with y'all because some of y'all are new coming over here. Y'all trying to see what the fuss is about. They say, well, who is that? Who that young boy is? Who that young man is? What is he talking about? We see his thumbnail. Is it clickbait? Or did he really talk to Miss Kayla Bumpus? And she was really nice. And one thing about it, when you talk about people on you see on TV or social media, it don't really register to you that, hey, that's an actual person. That ain't just a figure. That's a real person. And she popped up. She said, no, I'm not a bot. I'm a real person. And not only that, she said that drop the link. If you don't think it's me, she said, drop the link. And I dropped the link. And sure enough, she came up. And if y'all want me to play the video again, I can. I don't know if y'all got the rewind feature or not. I don't mind playing. It was only 2-3 minutes, if that. So when y'all run and tell, y'all be able to run and tell it right. Let me know if y'all want me to play it again. I will. I don't mind. Getting an understanding of this justice system. Oh, shout out. Yeah. It's complicated and it's tricky. So I would definitely recommend that if you're in the criminal justice system, get a lawyer. Get a lawyer. Somebody say play. Everybody saying play it again. Always get a lawyer. Don't go talk to the police without a lawyer. See, they don't want you to say that. Especially homicide detectives, Woody. I know you want to clear your name, but a lot of times they'll try to twist it up. Oh, all right. Thank you for stopping by. He said you gone. He got to go. Okay, replay. Okay, everybody want to see it again. Okay, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna run it back. They say we're not here for you to read no dry motion right now. We want to see. We want to hear. Let me go over here. I think I closed it. Let me see. I'll open it back up. They say play it again. Wait, am I the only one that can play it, I guess? Because it's that business move I did. I had to shut it down while we well, it's out there now. So if y'all don't mind liking the video, It's out there now. All right, y'all. Let me get back to it right quick. All right, y'all. I got it. All right, I had to open it back up because I had closed it out. Let's play it again. This is only on TalkThatLaw. I didn't see this on no other channel. She didn't have to do this. She didn't have to bless us. And if anybody know her information, her cash app information, something we can bless her with, because I know her work is disturbed. She had to hire lawyers to defend herself. So if somebody can put her cash up in the chat, that would be nice. And I'll send her something myself. So if y'all can do that for me, if somebody can find it. I think they said that her cash app was posted last night to Miss Sylvia's channel. So somebody can pull that and bring it over. That'd be good. She hiring lawyers while she trying to, do the right thing. Oh, thank you. Boom, boom. So for those that can, while we play this video back one more time. Let me see. Let me share my screen one time for the one time. And let's go. Well, I wouldn't even want to say familiarity between Love and Kayla, because we don't know. Kayla probably don't know that woman like that. They probably just work together. Sometimes you can work in the office, but that don't mean you talk to everybody in the office. So I don't. I think I hit the wrong button. Hold on. I don't know what I don't know, but I'm still learning all this stuff. In any event, whatever the case may be, I know she's. Wait, who is? Come on. Oh, okay. Come on. Boy, it's fast. Get MPRE. That's easy. Okay, here we go. Shit. Oh. Hello, can you hear? Oh, you're not about. Thank you so much for joining. I know your hands are tied and you're limited to what you can say or cannot say, so I won't even go there. But thank you for joining the conversation. I didn't know because nowadays people will make a fake profile so quick.
No, it's a lot of fake pages.
Oh, it's okay. That's pretending to be you or speaking on behalf of you. Well, I would tell you, you do got the dream team. I don't know how you did it that quick, but I was saying that I was like, she needs to get a lawyer.
These are my friends. Gabe was a prosecutor when I was a prosecutor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So are you moving like to Texas now? Thank you.
Yeah, I live in Texas now.
Oh, okay, so are you gonna practice in both?
Yeah, I'm gonna practice in both. I kept my office in Atlanta. I'm gonna hire an associate for court appearances, but I do mostly personal injury.
Thanks for that. Oh, okay, I got a real good friend that I went to school with. She was a year above me, and she does personal injury, and she practices in both Texas and in Georgia. So maybe y'all can link up and get some done together. But she's definitely killing the game for sure in personal injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been I do a little personal injury myself. I really love criminal defense, but personal injury where the money at.
I don't want no criminal cases.
I know that's right. Especially after now, right?
Right.
Especially after now, they can have it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on and showing your face so we can know it's you. I know you.
Yep, it's me.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna ask you nothing. Is there anything you wanted to say, or no? You just chill.
No, I'm just going to different channels, just getting a vibe of what people think. It's just so funny to me. Everybody has like all of these theories and
Right. We have and be dead wrong.
For the most part. I mean, nobody has. I haven't seen one person who has who I'm like who they know. Like, not one person has said what actually happened.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Really,
Okay. Wow. Well, this is gonna be interesting then.
it's gonna be interesting, but I mean, I don't think the 25th is gonna happen.
He shouldn't even get in the first place. And
Yeah.
I know this is not you saying this, so you don't got to adopt my statements, but it seemed to me that when you were first trying to get off the case, he didn't want to let you go because he already had in his mind that he was trying to keep you there for this show cause hearing.
He was trying to punish me.
Yeah,
It was
that's
a
what it
punishment.
was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, to be clear, that's exactly what it was. He didn't want to let you go, and then when the other lawyers stepped in and said, "Hey, Judge, you got the rules wrong as usual," and that's me saying it, not you. He was like, "Well, you can go." And then he handed you a paper. I already knew he was on some. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it clean while you up here because I don't want them to say, you're saying what I'm saying. But yeah, that was that. But I'm
just point blank period. Like, I'm gonna say this is that Woody, like, me, the agreement was always that I was only representing him while he was in custody. Once they agreed to let him out of custody, so I mean, the whole fire was because he was trying to help me get off the case. I mean, even he knew that the judge was wrong.
See,
Like,
that was my first theory because a lot of times when we work with clients, we could talk to them on the
me and him
side.
are close. Like,
Okay.
I represented him a lot. Like, I know him.
Okay.
And so there's no bad blood at all.
Oh, okay.
It was just like everybody. No, even he couldn't believe what was happening.
Oh, okay. The way his demeanor is, and he dramatic with it.
That's
She
him.
fired. Yeah, yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I was like, okay, if it was my client, and I tell my client, hey, the judge is not gonna let me off unless you get on board.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, I mean, I've never had a client that just say, if they know what I want to do, they'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what I got to do. I'm like, yeah, that's what you got to do. And then we go do it.
But that was always the understanding. It was I didn't do anything, like all these theories about it. There was no anything like that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that you were like a substitute attorney, even if that's the proper term. I know you was
co-counsel. The thing about it is me and Melnick are friends, and he knew I had previously had a relationship with Woody. So when he asked me, it was no problem because I had previously represented him. It is what it is. So it didn't matter. I mean, their agreement was once he was once he purged himself by testifying that he would no longer need representation.
Right. Okay. So, and I guess that makes sense. I mean, as far as, I was thinking that when you came in for Melnick, you were there for Melnick during the entire time because from my understanding, he was giving use immunity. And as we know, use immunity covers, what you say on the stand. They can't use that against you, but it's not full immunity. So I was thinking, does he need a lawyer there outside of, because he might say something on the stand that, that has him locked up. So that was my concern for him. Do he need an attorney there? But if you and Melnick had an understanding that, hey, I'm only here until he purged his contempt, and once his contempt was purged, I'm gone. And that makes sense because I don't think you should have been locked into that case while Melnick was gone for week, 2 weeks. That ain't right.
Right.
You see what you were doing a favor.
Doing a no good deed goes unpunished.
Goes unpunished, right? You were doing a favor and almost got trapped. They didn't want to let you go. Yeah, but
I just say this, and the last thing is that everything happens for a reason, and it happened the way it was supposed to happen.
Right. I agree. I mean, I think you did the best you could with what you had to work with. And like you said, we don't know. We're speculating what happened in that meeting, and from my understanding, in the motion, you were present in the meeting, so we don't know what was said. We don't know who came to who defense, or were you representing Woody, or were you not? It's so many questions that we want to know.
And I'm going to answer all of them, but I will say this: it was 14 people in the room.
14. Okay, and the judge tried to say attorney-client. How you have attorney-client privilege when it's 14 people in the room? There's no confidence in that whatsoever. But that's me. But thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
Hopefully we can get you back one day.
Okay.
All right, thanks, bye. So there we go. There we go. There we go. See, when you subscribe to the channel, you never know what you might get. And I want to thank all the people that were here with me earlier today when she came on. And that was not prepared. We never met before. We never spoke before. So it was just like an impromptu, it was like a cameo appearance. We were just talking about it on live as we normally do while the trial is going on. And she popped up. Sometimes you got to pop up and get the facts right. And can't nobody tell it better than she can tell it. So I do appreciate, somebody said 14 in the room. 14 people in the room. Nobody can tell it like she could tell it. She know exactly what was going on in that room. And she know how many people was in the room. She counted them. She said 14. Thank you, Miss J. Thank you, Melissa. She said 14. That's what she said. Y'all heard her. She was in the room in the secret meeting. And who knows? She probably didn't even know that a secret ex parte meeting was supposed to happen. Sometimes hey, come back here with your client. And next thing you know, they could have ambushed her. I don't know this to be fact. What I know is the same thing y'all just saw. So, we all on a level playing field, but I do expect to ask her to come back. And y'all heard her. She said that she don't mind telling everything one day. She don't mind. And if you notice, she said Melnick asked her to cover for him because he knew that she, as in Kayla Bumpus, previously represented Woody before. I think she called him Woody. Maybe we've been saying it right. Ain't Woody, is Woody. She represented him before in the previous matter. So Melnick, Woody's original lawyer, knew that Kayla would be a good fit for him to stand in his place when he had to go out of town. Meeting more like an ambush. Shout out to LaShawn. LaShawn said it was an ambush. Somebody said Fonnie better not have. She better not have a. Hey, she better not, because we know Ashley Merchant will find out. And I do plan on. I want if we can get Kayla to come back, and if we can get Woody. Now I know Woody is a little different. He might be under the rules since he's a witness in the case. I don't think I heard the judge tell him, don't talk about the case, only the lawyers in the case. I don't think I heard the judge tell him that. Y'all heard the judge say that? Okay, I looked it up because he didn't ask me this 100 times. He didn't ask me this 100 times. He said, what is the dead docket? Let's see real quick. What is the dead docket in Georgia? Because we don't have anything called that in Texas. Dead docket. Here we go. Often seen in Fulton County. So not just the whole state, the county. Sorry about that. As an attorney, you're going to get calls day and night. Often seen in Fulton County, there is not enough evidence that shows the defendant is guilty or that he is innocent. The case is set aside. If not brought back up, the case is closed. So you're saying Woody has a case, on dead docket, and if the case is not brought back up, it gets dismissed. That's the dead docket. He wasn't gonna let it be. He kept on spamming that dead docket. I'm telling you, he has a dead docket. Okay. Well, it sounds like from the name of it, it's dead. And from my understanding, we don't know if it's true or not, but it was said that Ms. Hilton was pressuring Woody to testify, and she told him, Woody said, I don't want to testify. If I get up there, I'm going to lie. And she said, I don't care if you lie. I won't even prosecute you. And he said, okay, well, let me think of something else. What else can I say to get out of testifying? He said, I'm gonna say I killed Nut. And she's like, hold on now. You can't say that. If you say that, I will prosecute you for perjury. And your use immunity doesn't cover perjury and false swearing. She said, if you say that, I'm going to prosecute you for lying. And obviously, we know why she don't want him to admit to killing Donald Thomas Nutt, because obviously, if he's admitting to it, then the people that's on trial, didn't do it. So obviously, that would have been bad for her. So I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't think none of us was. Maybe. We don't know what happened. From my understanding, Young Thug wanted to distance himself away from all of it. Because, his career he had a career. He didn't have time to be mixed up with no murder and his name getting involved. He didn't want nothing to, I didn't say he did. I said it was said in the back room. It was alleged, and Brian Steele said this. He said that Woody admitted to doing it as a way to get out of testifying. I'm not saying he did. He probably just told the prosecutor that so she could say, okay, if you're going to say that, you don't have to testify. You can go home. He was trying to get out of it. But that's Georgia. That's really neither here nor there. And, Ghana, whatever the case may be, this is the RICO trial against Young Thug. So they have to prove against Young Thug and his co-defendants, not something that's separate. And if they cannot tie this into the case, you can't just throw a murder in a RICO case just to make it sound better. You really want to know who did it. And I'm sure the family want to know who did it. You don't want to have the wrong person sitting in prison for something they didn't do. That's not justice. If somebody come up and attack you and you go attack somebody else, like what? You're going to want to get the person back. Somebody hit you, you want to hit the person back that hit you. So I think, how they go. But yeah, let's be clear. I see some misfits from Fox 5 in here. You ain't long. Hey, we just straightened it out. Nope, that one right there. Which one we got to block? Somebody said you got to block them. Which one? The orange? Now, who is this? Sanders? Don't be the first person I have to. You can talk about me, but leave the chat alone. Leave the chat alone. Hey, subscribe and you'll find out. Yeah, so what I wanted to do is go over the motion real quick from that Kayla filed, because the judge was trying to lock her up and she filed a motion. She said, I'm going to file this motion so the judge cannot lock me up. She hired her own set of lawyers, and her own set of lawyers went to court this morning. And the lawyers, I said, that's how I got to let them live. And the lawyers showed up, and the judge was like, no, we're not going to do nothing with that. We'll just wait and see. He said by the time the 25th comes, it might be a moot point. So basically, the hearing might not even take place. The show cause hearing, he may throw it out. He may say, you know what, I don't want to show cause hearing no more. I don't want to dig a deeper hole for myself. Somebody said her lawyers were deep. They showed up like when Brian Steele lawyer showed up. Somebody said we 3. Somebody said we 3 away from 500. So out of y'all 300 and however many people on here, whoever watching, somebody say we 3 people away from 500. 500. I wish they quit calling me. I can actually get some done. So I'm gonna go through the motion real quick. We're not gonna be here all night. And those who can stay, stay, and those who gotta go, thank you for stopping. Woody, whether he was prepared to testify. Woody said that he planned to invoke his Fifth Amendment privilege on the stand. A conversation among the parties ensued regarding Copeland's understanding of immunity, because he didn't know what immunity was. How Copeland thought that he may testify if he did not invoke the Fifth, and certain facts of the case. Once Copeland learned that he could be held indefinitely forever by the court if he refused to testify, not just 2 years as he initially believed, he changed his mind. He said, you know what? Copeland decided, we're right here, Copeland decided that he would testify. Copeland added, aka Woody added, that his testimony would be a lie. The meeting ended and the parties went to the courtroom. That's simple. Yeah, I hate reading out. I've been going on all along. Nah, she all right. He ain't gotta go. I've been doing this long. Yeah, he good. So the judge did not place the meeting under seal. When it's under seal, that means that you cannot talk about it. But she said it was not. This is Kayla's lawyer writing this. It was not placed under seal. There was no protective order that directed that disclosure of the secret communication was prohibited. So she was never ordered that it was prohibited. No attorney-client privilege existed. Clearly, right? We talked about this earlier because 2 prosecutors, investigators, a judge, a court reporter, and various court staff were also all present. The court never stated, ruled, or inferred that the meeting was meant to be confidential. Further, the content of this meeting was not secret, protected, or in any way privileged information. Kayla's lawyer go on to say, it is unclear why any person present would have understood that the content of the meeting could not be shared with other attorneys of record, in this case, who are also fellow officers of the courts. This is what she's saying. Y'all see what her lawyer is saying? Let me slow it down. Later that day, defense counsel, Attorney Brian Steele, addressed this court to make a record of his due process concerns. Brian said, Judge, I got concerned that we got to straighten out, like the Migos say, it ain't nothing but a little bit of straighten out like Lattimore. We got to straighten out this secret meeting you had. The content of said meeting would not just be non-confidential, but would usually be given to the defense under 2 cases. And, you know, Brady is exculpatory evidence, so most lawyers are familiar with Brady. And while Attorney Steele attempted to put his due process concerns on the record, he was trying to tell the court, Judge, I want to know what happened in that meeting. I want to know what's going on. The court got mad when he said, I want to know. The court began to focus on the identity. He said, who leaked it? Who told you about this secret meeting? The court ordered Brian Steele, Attorney Steele, to provide the name of the person who told about the secret meeting. But guess what? Attorney Steele refused. He said, I'm not telling you a damn thing. He said, I'm not going to tell you. Take me to jail. A brief hearing followed in what initially appeared to be a classic civil contempt action. The attorney could purge himself of contempt if he provided the information to the judge, became a criminal contempt action. So the judge kind of got confused. He didn't know if it was civil contempt or criminal contempt. He got it all mixed up. The court found Attorney Steele in direct criminal contempt. The court sentenced Attorney Steele to the maximum time allowed, which was 20 days, to serve in the Fulton County jail. He said, you're going to go to jail for the maximum. That's how mad Judge was. He said the maximum. June the 11th, this court entered a show cause hearing directing all individuals. It wasn't all individuals. Boy, you were directing Kayla and only Kayla. You wanted Kayla to come back because you thought it was her. So he wanted Kayla and everybody else that was in the room to come back. Anybody that was in the room on June 10th to come back. He wanted Brian, not Brian, what's his name? Young Thug's attorney. Not Young Thug, Woody's attorney, Copeland. The name is it's a long day, y'all. Bear with me. Woody's attorney, Copeland, Kayla Bumpus, he wanted her back. He wanted Love. What's the other one name? Was it Hilton? What's the other DA? Maybe Brown. I don't know who was in the room. Brown. See how he didn't list their names? The only names he listed was Kayla and Woody. Why he didn't list anybody else's name? Why he didn't put Adrian Love or Hilton? See, that's wrong right there. That's wrong. Right, let me see. He knew what he was doing. He knew. He wanted them to show cause why one or more of them should not be held in contempt for disclosing information of the secret conversation to members of the defense counsel. And look, she pointed it out. This is my first time reading it, so no specific names were included in the order other than Copeland, Woody, and attorney Bumpus, Kayla Bumpus. What is the argument? We're going to get quick. What is the argument? We're going to move it along quick. This is the argument. The court seeks to hold in contempt the person that leaked the ex parte meeting to the defense counsel. Thus, the contempt hearing will be about who informed defense counsel, whether to find that person guilty of criminal contempt, and if contempt is found, the appropriate punishment. He's trying to lock Kayla up for no reason. The procedures that a trial court must follow to hold a person in contempt depends upon whether the acts alleged to constitute the contempt were committed in court, direct contempt, or committed out of court, indirect contempt. And that's a lot of, legal mumbo jumbo. So here she cited a case, and when I say she, her attorney, Kayla Bumpus' attorney, the disclosing information from the ex parte secret conversation to members of the defense counsel occurred not in open court or in chambers, but at a time and location that the defense counsel were notified of the secret meeting. So they said this didn't even happen at court, so it can't be direct contempt. This happened out of court. Further, direct contempt involves contemptuous conduct in the presence of the court, which generally results in immediate punishment. That means if you say something bad to the judge, you cuss him out, he can take you to jail right then and there. That's direct contempt. I mean, that's, Here, the need for punishment is clearly not immediate, as demonstrated by the show cause order being set 2 weeks out from the order. So we got the different types of contempt, forms of contempt. They divide into criminal and civil. Civil is conditional. That's what Woody was held in. Civil was conditional. Civil contempt is conditional punishment. So basically, for Woody, it was civil contempt. We're going to put you in jail until you tell us what we want to know on the stand when you testify. The only way you can fix your contempt is by testifying. Direct contempt is something that you're being punished for, something you did already. You can't fix it. Oh, you cussed off the judge? Okay, you get 5 days in jail, 10 days in jail. You can't fix it. You can't cure it. So there was a difference between civil contempt and criminal contempt. And Ashley Merchant showed up and got it straight. No, this motion was wrote by Kayla Bumpus. So that's pretty much, the law. And they said nothing we did was wrong. There neither is nor was anything preventing the disclosure of this ex parte meeting to defense counsel. They say we didn't do nothing wrong. Disclosure did not violate a court order. There is no standing order in place or trial order that bars or in any way limits defense counsel for witnesses or any other individuals present at the ex parte meeting from communicating with Brian Steele, Matt Shar, and all the other defense attorneys. They said that's nothing. The judge, you had no rule. So that's just law. All this is law. Right here, a judge may reasonably expect his clerks and other judges to keep what happens in chambers professionally private. However, they are under no legal duty. They don't have to keep it private. They could come out and tell. I mean, but guess what? They could probably lose their jobs too. You come out running your mouth, you're probably gonna lose your job. So I wouldn't advise that. Such an expectation of privacy does not extend to third parties, not part of the court staff. So this is what Kayla wants. This court must transfer this contempt matter to another judge or recuse itself pursuant to Georgia Code of Judicial Conduct Rule 2.11. So she's saying, Judge, either give my contempt hearing to another judge or recuse yourself. Leave altogether. Leave altogether. Somebody said Fonnie was in the meeting. I don't know if that's true. All right, let's go down to get some good stuff. All right, this is just a lot of law, you know. Here, the court's impartiality might reasonably be questioned for 5 reasons. They listed 5 reasons of why the judge is no damn good. They listed it. They listed 5 reasons. First, this court stated that the conversations in the judge's chambers is so secret. You can't take it and pair it and speak it to others. That's how serious it is. You got to protect the sanctity of the chambers. Second, people in the room was the court's own security personnel, like the bailiffs. Y'all see the police officers on in the trial. This gives rise to 2 issues. As potential witnesses, they may testify at the hearing, at which time the presiding judge will have to assess the credibility of their testimony. So what they're saying is, Judge, you cannot stay on this trial because the police officers, the bailiffs may be witnesses to what happened in that room, and you cannot be the person assessing their credibility because you're going to be biased. You work with them for, 10 years, 20 years in that courtroom. It might reasonably be questioned that this court would give more credibility to the court's own security personnel than it would to other potential witnesses, such as Attorney Bumpus and Kenneth Copeland. Further, this court's own security personnel and reporter, like Attorney Bumpus, are subject to potentially being held in contempt. This court's impartiality might reasonably be questioned if it were to sit as both a prosecutor and a fact finder. So what they're saying is, Judge, you can't be the prosecutor. You can't work with ADA Love. You can't work with ADA Hilton and you be the referee. You took off your referee whistle and you put on a jersey for the other team. You playing against us. How you going to do that and you the judge? You coaching the other team. You out there on the court playing against the team you're supposed to be refereeing. You can't be the prosecutor and the judge. Let's just go through this. This court's impartiality might be questioned. You can't sit as the prosecutor and the fact finder when deciding if it was the court's own security personnel, reporter, someone else, or someone else who disclosed the meeting. Third, this court has personal knowledge. Judge, you a witness of a disputed fact of whether there was an order of any kind that prevented the meeting from being leaked to the defense. Fourth, this court appears to already have decided prior to any hearing that it was Attorney Bumpus who made the disclosure. Wow. So Attorney Bumpus right there, she's saying that the judge said it was her, but she's not admitting to it being her. Somebody said in this motion she admitted it was her. I don't see that in this. That ain't what she said. She said, fourth, this court appears to already have decided prior to any hearing that it was Attorney Bumpus who made the disclosure. And this is what the judge said that gave her that impression. This is the judge talking. Well, then, other than if you, Attorney Steele, if you were sitting, unless you were sitting in there with a recorder, or Miss Love or Miss Hilton, or one of the deputies gave you that information, or Miss Weaver, the court reporter, shot you a rough copy of the transcript, there's only one other person that's left. And if that person gave you that information or shared that information with you, look at that word, she probably violated privilege. He was clearly talking about Kayla, because the only person that can violate the privilege he's speaking about is attorneys. Right, with 14 people in the room. Road dog. This court show cause order reinforces this predetermination, as the order references no other person present at the meeting by name other than Attorney Bumpus or Copeland. Fifth and finally, the court was visibly impacted when it learned that attorneys still had been informed of the meeting. The Georgia Supreme Court referenced an opinion echoing this case in noting when a recusal motion clearly has merit. So they saying, Judge, you gotta step down. And here's some of the law. This alleged contempt is not ongoing and does not require immediate resolution. This court has ample time and opportunity to transfer this case to another judge who's going to be more fair and who is not corrupt and who is not involved in a secret ex parte meeting behind closed doors with the lights off and who is not a potential witness. They said, we need a new judge. Judge, your hands are no longer clean. Judge, go wash your hands. Somebody said what my take is. We gotta, go over some of that when we can actually sit down and talk. I'm just skimming through this, getting through this. This court must provide a notice that fairly and fully informs the accused of these specific acts of contempt. When a contempt proceeding is criminal, this is a lot of legal mumbo jumbo. Basically, Kayla's saying, what did I do wrong? I'm summing it up. She's saying, what did I do wrong, Judge? You got to tell me what I did wrong if you're trying to hold me in contempt. I got to have an actus rea and a mens rea. I got to have the mindset to do wrong, and I got to actually commit the act of doing wrong. And none of that is found because Kayla didn't do nothing wrong. She was helping the lawyer. And she's saying this, even if I did tell, the act of disclosing the meeting to defense counsel cannot in and of itself amount to contempt. That's what she said. Even if I did tell, so what? That's not contempt. The disclosure could only potentially amount to contempt if it violated a court order or some other legal duty to not disclose the secret meeting. The notice fails to allege any such restriction. So what they're telling the judge to do is to quash it, throw it out. Throw it out. Recuse yourself. Provide adequate notice of what Attorney Bumpus did wrong. And then also number 4, which I really hate for the state of Georgia. I really hate this for Georgia. Should the judge deny all of her motions, she's asking for a certificate of immediate review. So in Georgia, when you want an appeals court to look at something that a judge did wrong, that very same judge have to give you permission to appeal. I got to give you permission as a judge to review my corruption. And if I don't sign the certificate of immediate review, guess what? Guess what? You can't appeal it right now. You got to wait till the end. Right? He said it seems backwards. They say ass backwards. So I think Georgia needs to take a serious look at their laws, and the legislation needs to go back. And I understand the appeals court don't want a lot of appeals coming at one time, but maybe y'all can amend it to where if someone's accused the judge of wrongdoing, maybe it can automatically go to another judge in a different, maybe even a different county. Because, I mean, obviously you don't want it to go to one of the judge's co-workers, one of his friends. So maybe you can switch the counties when a judge is not acting the way he's supposed to. Most judges give a certificate He's the only one I've seen with this many issues that would not do it. Yeah, and if y'all remember, in Fonnie's case with Trump, a team of attorneys and some of the other attorneys, they asked for a certificate of immediate review because they wanted Fonnie kicked off the case. And the judge said, I'm not going to kick her off the case, but what I am going to do, I'm going to sign that certificate. And now Trump lawyers and the other lawyers can go to the appeals court right away. And the appeals court, when they did go to the appeals court told Trump's judge, like, hey, don't work on this case anymore. Find something else to do. But while we work on this appeal, you are not allowed to move this case forward, because Trump judge wanted to move the case forward anyway. Like, what? There's a pending appeal that you gave permission for, and you're trying to still work and move the case forward while we wait in limbo to figure out what the appeals court is going to do. He said, let the appeals court do it. Yeah, he said he's not getting voted out of office, fooling with. Because I got to remember, around that time was election time, and he just won re-election. He's not trying to get voted out of office. No, it's not. It's frozen, Mikey B. Yeah, for the defendants that joined in the motion that went to the appeals court, it's froze. Now, you may have a few that didn't join in the motion. I don't know why they did not. That he may still be moving forward because the appeal court didn't address those issues. Those issues that the defendants that didn't join the motion of Trump. They should all joined in. Y'all got to be together in unison. And definitely, Mikey B, they didn't say for how long. They said it's froze. And if the appeals courts in Georgia are like the appeals courts in Texas, they move when they want to move. They work when they want to work. So that's pretty much it. Certificate of service. When you file something in the court, you have to give the other side a copy of it. And this is the affidavit she filled out. And I'll tell y'all, my mouth is so dry. I've been talking all day. Y'all can read this on your own time. I actually posted. Miss Tia sent it to me. So that's pretty much saying the same stuff. She's just filling it out as an affidavit. Yeah. Anybody want to come up before we get out of here? Woody said he don't drink water. But Woody, I gotta drink it because y'all gotta remember we've been going back to back every day, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. And I don't know if y'all ever talk this much, but it's hard. I haven't talked this much even in court, because in court you're not constantly talking. You get breaks. They get to go, then you get to go, and oh my God. Somebody got a camera and a microphone, want to come up real quick to give me their opinion? You in particular, since you got so much to say, come up. Thank you, Don. And for those that want to read it word for word, and y'all can read it, the motion yourselves, but I like to summarize it. There's no sense in having 19 pages. Well, you got to have 19 pages for the appellate course. You want to make sure it's right. But I'm saying there's no sense for us, reading it on YouTube. You sum it up. Sum it up. Yeah, I will. I don't mind, Oh, and thank y'all so much for the golly. Y'all pushed me well over. We're at well over 526. Man, that's nice of y'all. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all did not have to push me over. And I don't even know what happened at 500. Somebody say when you get 500, something happens. I don't know. Y'all know what happens at 500? Some people are saying Woody is smart. Where happened to where Mookie go? Mookie said he ain't gonna be talking right now. Okay, so somebody wanted me to look up something. Oh, a mandamus writ. So a mandamus writ is when a higher court, or at least in Texas, and a higher court tells a lower court that you have to do this. So if they issue you a writ, they are ordering, let's say the appeals court or the Supreme Court is ordering a trial court to do what they say do. If we tell you to enter an order of finding someone not guilty, you enter that order finding that person not guilty. If we tell you to go back and review it again, you go back and review it again. So that is the writ of, and let me pull it up for you, writ of mandamus. Here we go right quick, I'll show you. See, this is what it is here in Texas. The general rule for when mandamus relief may be granted is when the trial court clearly abused its discretion and there is not an adequate remedy available from a court of appeals. So if you say we don't have time to wait for, the end of the trial to do a regular appeal, we don't have time to wait, a year or two after the trial is over. You can do it now, and it goes on to say a clear. Well, somebody they mistyped it here. A clear abuse of discretion. I don't think they needed that word of. Is determined if no other trial court would have come to the same conclusion. So we get it. Thank you, Erica. We get it. This is a clear abuse of discretion when it clearly abused. Now, the judge having a secret meeting, that's pretty clear to the regular person. You don't need a lawyer to say that. You don't need a lawyer to say that. I mean, you having a meeting in the back room with the DA's office and a witness, and y'all are essentially threatening to lock this man up, Woody, lock him up for years on years. Not 2 years, but longer than 2 years. Because he won't cooperate. And then you tell them you can lie, but you can only lie about stuff I say you can lie about. But other stuff you can't lie about, because if you lie about other stuff, then I'm going to prosecute you for lying. I mean, that's something that Young Thug lawyers should have been in the back for. And I agree, Tall Glass. He's not going to sign that certificate, because if he signs that certificate, guess what? He gone. He gone. He's not a fool. That's what I'm saying. Why in the world did Georgia think it's a good idea to have the person you're complaining about decide your complaint? That's like, okay, you get into an argument at a restaurant, fast food restaurant at McDonald's, and you say, let me talk to the manager. And then they say, I am the manager. So how can I help you? Like, what? Well, how can I talk to somebody above you? Who the district manager? The only way you can talk to the district manager is if you go through me. And right now, I don't think you need to talk to him. You can keep talking to me. Keep talking to me. So, I mean, obviously that's not right. And if Young Thug was on bond and the other co-defendants, it'll probably be a little bit better, because they're not sitting in jail while this circus play out. But they sitting in jail. These is 2 years they've been sitting in jail. 2 years they would never get back. And who else? It's another rapper, that Melly. I think he's been in jail for 5 years plus. He already had one trial that had a mistrial, a hung jury. So yeah, that's where we at. Y'all turned up today. I did not expect this many people to pop in over here for sure. I did not. This is wild. Oh, what was the other question? You had asked me another question. And keep in mind, let me see what the writ of mandamus is for. Let me put Georgia in here because I guess that's what we're talking about, Georgia. Let me see. However, that no writ of mandamus to compel the removal. Oh, here we go. So I guess Georgia do got a mandamus. Let's go real quick. I know it's getting. This is Georgia. So it says, well, sometimes they put it in the civil because it's a civil rule. It's not a criminal rule where they lock the judge up. All official duties should be faithfully performed. Okay. The writ of mandamus may issue to compel a due performance if there is no other specific legal remedy for the legal rights. Oh, here's an important section. Provided, however, that no writ of mandamus to compel the removal of a judge shall issue where no motion to recuse has been filed. If such motion is available or where a motion to recuse has been denied after assignment to a separate judge for hearing. Oh, wow. So they're saying you can't kick the judge out unless you file a motion to recuse. You got to file a motion to recuse first. Or where a motion to recuse has been denied after assignment to a separate judge for hearing. So if I'm understanding this correctly, and don't quote me on this because this is Georgia law, not Texas, and this is legal commentary, not legal advice. It appears as if it has to be assigned, it say after assignment to a separate judge for a hearing, but it seems as if Judge Glanville don't even want to assign it to a separate judge. So how can they file a writ of mandamus when the second portion is not complete or where a motion to recuse has been denied after assignment to a separate judge? And I believe that's what Brian Steele's argument is. He said, you got to assign this to somebody else, by law. And the judge is like, well, I'm not going to assign it to somebody else. Because if they assign it to somebody else, then that other person can remove the judge. Or if that doesn't happen, then Brian Steele can go directly to the appeals court with the writ of mandamus. So who knows? If I'm sure Brian and I'm calling him Brian because we just on here talking. Obviously, if I was in front of him, I wouldn't call him Brian. He's by his first name. Being younger than him, that'd be disrespectful. But for YouTube purposes, if Brian and doesn't have any other legal remedy, I think he don't have a choice but to file a writ. I would file a writ of mandamus. What she say? This what I think they about to do. They already have the recusal, but it say or. Right? She said it say or. Let me go back. She said it say or. Let me see it. Okay, let's go back through. Okay. Right, that no writ of mandamus to compel the removal of a judge shall issue where no motion to recuse has been filed, if such motion is available. Let me get my thinking cap on. Let me see. Oh, I see what you're saying. So So it's two separate issues. No writ of mandamus to compel the removal of a judge shall issue where no motion to. Okay. Or, so either or. Either or. Yeah, you're right, Coco. Yeah, you're right. It's been a long, long, it's a long day. You're right. So that's probably why Brian went ahead and filed a motion, right? Because it's hard to file a writ of mandamus when you haven't even filed your recusal motion. Because the first thing the appellate courts do, they look at the law. They're going to go to this law and say, okay, they're going to check the boxes. Um, did you file a motion to recuse the judge? No. Okay, well, you got to do that first. So you got to go through the chain of command. I'll put it like that for my military people. So it's two different avenues according to the Georgia code. So it might be a chance of him getting kicked out. Somebody said, why was he wanting the judge recused? What you mean? What would he say? What you mean? I don't know what you. He was in the back room. He was backroom dealing. I mean, of course, he want the judge kicked out. The judge was back there. He's accusing the judge of teaming up with Lawyer Love. Yeah, he must have been watching the trial. He's accusing the judge of leaving the judge's bench and sitting at the table with Lawyer Love, like he working with them. I mean, we all kind of been seeing it. He was, biased towards the defense. We all kind of saw that his favoritism towards, the state and Lawyer Love, as Brian called her, D.A. Hilton. We saw the favoritism, but now he got them in a back room. Okay, now you done crossed the line. We knew you was janky. But now you downright no good. Yeah, 12 people, 14 people in the room. Oh, plus the Woody, and Woody and his lawyer. Right. And I think Kayla did the best she could. And as y'all see, she still works in Georgia. She's applying to be a licensed attorney here in Texas. I think she got one more test to take, the MPRE, and that's pretty much a professional responsibility test that I recommend that the judge in this case take. He needs to take professional responsibility while he calling somebody else unprofessional when his ass is no damn good. Y'all know I'm not lying. Somebody said it was some sign language. Somebody said that earlier they were doing, hand signals back and forth. I don't know. Man, if those transcripts match the affidavit, we'll know the judge is biased. Again, he just didn't like those ex parte facts laid out, but still was correct. Yeah, he didn't want it out. Still got the talking. He was trying to hush him up. D.A. Love said, she told a court reporter, stop typing. She did a hand. And then she wanted it struck from the record. You can't strike truth from the record. Who is this? Oh, Road Dog. Anybody, before we get out of here, I'm gonna ask y'all again. Anybody want to come up with a camera and a mic that got something to say about the case? Or y'all gonna sit here and just draw a look at me? Y'all gonna sit here and draw a look at me? And thank y'all to the people. Y'all still hitting that button. Wait, I'm gonna put the link there. If y'all, man, grab a shirt. Just grab one real quick. It ain't gotta be a They ain't got to be a professional. It's nighttime. We just chilling, talking. We just talking. That's all we doing. Yeah, if you had a camera and a mic, because you know, nowadays you gotta have a camera because y'all come on with some wild stuff. I'm new. Y'all can't get me shut down this early. Golly. And for those of you that did subscribe, thank y'all. Some of y'all just subscribe to be nosy. Just because y'all don't want to miss out. That was a FOMO subscribe, the fear of missing out. They say, hey, Kayla might be back over there. She might be back and she might bring Woody with her. But yeah, thank y'all definitely to the new people. Appreciate that. So nobody gonna come? Put on a top and come. I think that's what he said. He's gonna grab a shirt. He's gonna grab a shirt and he said he'll be right back. So we can talk right quick. We can't talk that long. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, y'all. It's late. It's late. It's family in here. The way the judge was burping and chewing and crunching in the mic, we gotta be all right over here. Somebody said Detective Gaither was lying through her teeth. Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, you can tell Brian still is so over him, but I like Brian's demeanor. Like lately, when he had this motion, when he was calling the judge no good, he didn't just electronically file it, which we are required to do. We got to electronically file it, e-file it. He went and put one in the judge's hand. See, revenge ain't sweet unless the person know it was you who did it. Brian went up there, and then he gave one to the prosecutors. He put one on the prosecutor's desk, but he didn't hand it to Love. He done with her. He saw over her. He handed it to what's that man name in the back? DA Love. Yeah, it don't look like he said. He said here's a courtesy copy. Yeah, that wasn't no damn courtesy copy. You got to remember when something's e-filed, it's going to go into the judge's queue, so the judge will get it from the court clerk. He just wanted to put it in the judge's hands. He said, "You tried to have me arrested. You really tried to play me? Oh no." Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
So y'all, my first time on chat. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, you got you. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. What's going on? Thank you for joining.
Oh yeah. What's funny is I started my own channel on Monday, man.
Oh wow! Shout out to. Okay, what's your channel name?
I don't have any followers yet, so I'm still working on it. But it's called Vintage CB Studios.
Okay, so the chat, y'all hear that? Vintage CB Studios.
Let me ask you, if there's an echo, what do I do for that?
if there's an echo.
Like I can hear myself 2 seconds after I speak on my end.
That's likely happening because, oh wait, is your headphones plugged in?
Yeah.
Because there should be no sound coming back out because the sound from me should go into your ear. How about now?
I can hear you. Let me take my mic out.
That's probably what it is. Oh, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can you hear me? We can't hear you. Oh, man. Yeah, we don't hear echo, but now we don't hear anything at all. Let me see. Hey, wait, plug your mic back up. Is it plugged up? Oh well, he's trying to get it worked out, y'all. Somebody
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you.
No doubt.
Okay. Yeah, so we cannot hear echo. So if you hear echo, it's just solely on your end. You're okay over here. We don't hear echo.
It was my fault. I had my web browser still with your other video on. So.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So what are your thoughts? And you can just share your information about your channel. I remember when I started, I'm still just starting, and it takes one subscriber at a time, but they've been so kind tonight, so I definitely appreciate that, and hopefully they'll do the same for your channel.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like a few years ago, I was I made national news because I was on a Frontier flight with some guy with a weapon, and I should have started the channel back then because I was doing a lot of interviews. So I just said, let me jump back in and see, get my public speaking back on. So.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first started trying cases, I was like, oh man, it's a lot of people in here. Jury selection is hundreds of people. You got to pick a jury, and they all looking at you.
Right.
But the more, obviously, with anything, the more you do something, the more you get comfortable, with it. So now it's easier than when I first started.
Where do you practice law?
I practice in the Houston area and all of the surrounding counties. So I've been doing that since 2019. So this will be my 5th year in the game at the end of the year, because that's when we got our bar results. What part are you from?
So I used to live in Houston. My brother, Dallas, Houston. My brother, he's in Houston. I was in Dallas, so I used to go back and forth. But now I'm in Dayton, Ohio, about to move to Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a scientist by trade, but I'm really interested in. I'm gonna be doing a lot of science, explaining imaging and stuff like that to the layperson. Sometimes you go to a hospital and the doctor tells you some information that maybe you don't have all the details. So it's good to have a resource that can. For example, I took my son to get some kind of medical issue. They try to give him a CT and X-ray, but that's something that you shouldn't really do to a young child unless you have to do it. It turned out all he needed was some kind of Pepto-Bismol. So, can you imagine that?
They got that insurance money. They ran it up.
Yeah, no, they didn't do it. I stopped them. I said,
you stopped them?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
but no, man, I love the trial. I had surgery, so I've been watching it every day for like almost 2 months. And it's been crazy, man. Seeing, if you notice that he lets the DA Love talk continuously, but every time the defense wants to go up, he shuts them down within seconds, so they won't put it on record. So I've been keeping track of that, and that's what's a very interesting case.
So what do you think about the testimony of young Woody so far?
I'm gonna tell you what I think. When he first went on, I think when he first got caught and he was doing those interviews, he didn't think he was going to get caught or had to go to trial. So if you notice, he was saying whatever he wants. But now that they want him to testify, that's why he was willing to sit for 2 years. Because if you notice, he said he used to lie all the time, but he never went to trial. So now it's catching up to him, and that's why he probably feels guilty that someone else is catching the heat for the stuff he's trying to make up, in my opinion.
So do you believe, in your opinion, that the prosecution has proven their case so far beyond a reasonable doubt, or do you think they got some work to do?
It's shaky, man. I don't see any. To me, they haven't shown any kind of proof yet. If you look at who they brought up so far, they had the detectives. One detective didn't even. Oh, thank you so much, Coco. One detective didn't want to do her job, so they transferred her because she was lazy. It's kind of weird. So I would say I haven't seen any proof, in my opinion, above reasonable doubt that they actually proved anything. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, I mean, so far for the most part, to me, it seems as if you have a lot of people that have their own individual criminal records, and they just so happen to hang together. And now the state is prosecuting them, saying, "Okay, you have a criminal record, you have one, you have one," and we're gonna put it together. We're gonna cast a wide net and say that all of y'all records y'all did it on behalf of YSL. And I don't think that's right, because just because people hang together, and people normally hang with the same type of crowd that the stuff that they do. If you're a basketball player, you're gonna hang with basketball players. If you're out there living that street life, you're gonna hang with other people that live that street life. So more than likely, they both are gonna have criminal records. But you can't say just because two people have criminal records of 10 or 20, they all did it in furtherance and on behalf of YSL the game.
If they did that in New York, I'm from Brooklyn, man, and if they did that in New York, everybody would be arrested because we all know each other, hang out. Right. You know what I'm saying? And plus, everybody who went up so far said Young Thug tried to tell us not to do anything or stay. He wanted them to go legit.
Right.
So if anyone says otherwise, I've never seen it. I've never heard it from any of the witnesses yet.
And that's what I was thinking. It appeared to me when I was listening to Woody and some of the videos, Woody was saying that Young Thug really was trying to distance himself away from him because, he, in his mind, maybe he felt Woody was still living that street life. He's trying to get his career and grow his career. And Woody hasn't caught up yet to leave that street life behind. So I think he kind of like distanced himself to stay away from the trouble, because Woody's name was getting brought up, in a lot of different stuff, and he didn't want that drama. He wanted them to live a better life than just the street life, in my opinion. So I don't think he ordered these killings and then be mad at him for doing the exact same thing he ordered. That it don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't see how they don't even know who killed Nut. I don't know if anyone actually got convicted for that. So it's kind of interesting that you're trying to prove that during the RICO from 10 years ago. So that's what I'm trying to figure out what's going on myself.
Someone said that they just using RICO so they can get around double jeopardy. Yeah, it is strange because some of these crimes or alleged crimes have not even been prosecuted, and the judge is allowing all of this evidence to come in to for crimes that haven't even had a conviction, but they are allowed to use this to prove their RICO up. And I went back and listened to the opening statement for DA Love, and she said at the beginning she can prove this, and this. But so far, I've seen some pictures of their group together. I've seen evidence that some of the group members committed their own separate crimes, but she's still not showing us enough to where it's a agreement on behalf of the group that when we go in, steal these rims off a car, or break into a house, or whatever else people do that live that lifestyle. I don't think she showed enough to prove that it's a RICO. And I understand she said when you prove a RICO, you're not going to have a signed contract. You're not going to have an agreement, but you still ought to have a pattern. And right now, I'm not seeing. I don't see the pattern. And on top of that, she gave if these people are so bad and they terrorizing Atlanta, why did you give more than half of them plea deals? Not jail time plea deals, but probation plea deals. So you let all of these so-called dangerous people right back out on the street. So I'm trying to see if somebody can help me make it make sense.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when they give you a plea deal, if you have a prior conviction, so if you in the box, man, they say, hey, man, we give you 20, or you just do a plea deal. We already know you have all these you have a bad case from before, and you go in front of a jury. We're going to prove that you did this, and you're going to do 20. So what they usually do is take the plea deal because they know they can hem them up in court, or they make them believe that at least. But I would say, here's the thing, man. Notice that murder, they can't even prove. If you were a murderer, if you like Woody's shooting people or whatever, you would have more than one person. You would have like a pattern, like you said. And
right,
so,
exactly.
Even with Tick, everybody who they brought up, they seem like personable people that you can actually relate to. They don't seem like the hardcore killers. So I think that's really what's messing them up. They're bringing up people who just seem average.
Yeah, you're right. I agree, because it seemed to me that Woody may have been telling D.A. Hilton what she wanted to hear, leading up to this trial. That's probably why he's not on trial himself, because he's going to be this big star witness. So he's going to bring him down from the inside. And when he get the trial, he get amnesia. He said, I don't recall. I don't remember. What you mean? Can you repeat that? So I believe D.A. Hilton was caught off guard, and she didn't know how to adjust her questioning, because she's like, oh man, he set me up real good. And it's one thing when somebody telling the police station, but it's another thing when you put them in the courtroom and they got to look at the person they telling on and point them out. So it's a big difference. So I think she got set up, and that's probably one of the reasons she was crying, allegedly in court, D.A. Hilton.
Yeah, I believe Woody has a PhD in how to, what would you say, another word for lying, but just finagling the truth.
Right.
So you're going up against a seasoned pro, and you a kind of rookie ADA. Good luck, man. He can run.
Right. He know how to. The young folks say finesse. He know how to get the prosecution to where just enough so where they won't charge him, at the same time showing up to court, not helping them. We got to remember, he's not in the jail cell. He's in a swimming pool. We seen him in the pool earlier. He's playing basketball.
Yeah, playing ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, Woody might come out clean on the other side, because I'm still thinking that the DA's office, I know they will be upset with Woody for not cooperating, but at the same time, now it may be an issue, because the DA is accused of pressuring him in a back room in a secret meeting. Not only pressuring him, but giving him permission to lie about certain stuff under oath. So it's going to be hard for them to try to prosecute him, knowing what we know now of the things that they told him that he can do and things he cannot do. So you can't turn around and then try to prosecute him for perjury for lying under oath when you told him he can lie.
Mm. Yeah, that's going to be interesting when that information comes out, for real. But I want to say something. No one mentioned this, right? But if Woody is a prime suspect for killing, and I would say murder. I don't know if I can say that online, but for doing something with Nut, right? He wouldn't be able to walk around playing basketball like he is today on that live in his neighborhood. So someone on the streets knows something. So I think there's a disconnect between what the DA office knows and what the street knows.
I think so too. I believe so too, because I understand that the circumstances that night at the club, but it doesn't link up to Woody, did what they're accusing him of attacking. I don't know if they're saying that he got into it with Nut's brother at the club, somebody named Kale. If I got it right, Shell Kale. Somebody, want to correct me, they can. And they got into it at the club, and after that, supposedly they left, and Woody was there. Now, something happened later on that night. People might automatically assume, oh, well, he got into it at the club with Woody. Him and Woody was fighting. Woody probably did it. Next thing you know, it could have spread like wildfire. Oh, it's Woody. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that could be a theory. Obviously, we wasn't there. But that's just, one theory amongst many that's out there.
Agreed.
You see, somebody said, Lil Woody about to go to prison. If you can explain on which charge, what charge, how, federal prison, state prison, there's so many questions. Woody is only there to save himself. but I kind of question stuff when it comes to Yak and SB because he don't really give nothing when they ask about them. It was a situation that someone got injured at a food court on Peachtree Street that same day. Maybe Miss Hilton knew that person in a bus jacking, and someone got unalive in that situation. I mean, there's so many different. Okay, and Little Woody did kick it with Tay in prison just because Little Woody didn't snitch on Tay. Yeah, and if you don't mind answering, what is it, El Hombre? If you don't mind answering that question, as to why you think he's going to go to prison and for what charge?
Do you want me to jump off so someone else to get on, or?
Oh yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. Nobody else has came up so far, so yeah, you more than welcome.
Just let me know, yeah.
I'll drop the link again, but you more than welcome to stay. I was just giving people a little time. So your channel is like a second opinion if someone has a situation going on and they don't want to pay a lot of money to go to a second doctor. You're the person to reach out to. Do I have that right?
So I'm going to be doing like 10 different topics, basically just following I'm also a musician. I have a couple of music albums. I'll be doing a lot of things, but one of them will be going over. I'm going to be going over like scientific papers. And my background is imaging. So if anyone have any problems, like questions about, hey, I'm about to do a PET CT scan, or my mother is, what can you tell me about that kind of procedure? I could probably help maybe let them understand what's going on.
Oh, wow. So that's good to know. So you got a lot of different streams of income, I guess that's safe to say, or you have a lot of different ways to make it.
Yeah, ways. The income hopefully comes in soon, but I'm working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming up. It doesn't look like anyone else want to pop up and talk about it. They got a lot to say in the comments, though. I'm glad that you were brave enough. You said, I'm going to go in there.
Yeah, I'm still nervous, but I appreciate the time. And I won't, maybe, next time you're on, just let me know. I'll jump back on again. Oh, yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Oh, yeah, will do. Right. And the way the trial schedule is, it just varies. But when I do go live, I try to at least give a little notice, and hopefully the notifications get sent out. So, someone said they subscribed. Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah C., for subscribing. All right, Deborah, thank you. And hopefully some more go over there. I remember just like yesterday that I had one or two people, a faithful few, and next thing you know, little by little. I mean, I still have, it's a small channel, but hey, it's growing day by day. So, and my channel is at Vintage CB Studios, because I have a one for my music, and this one's going to be my YouTube streaming. So appreciate the support, and I think this is kind of cool just to talk to the community and have fun. Yeah, right. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. Sometimes people might say something negative. I don't even worry about them. You can't worry about what other people say. You got too much to worry about for our own selves. Yes, sir. Okay. Appreciate that. All right. TTL. Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. Take care. Take care. All right. If y'all don't mind going to go support his channel. Hey, what's going on, 313? You done missed the whole day. No, you was up here later. Somebody said they're trying to join the live. Let's see, we get a few more people. Let's see. I'm going to copy the link again. I'm going to put the link down here. Mexi Migo. Am I saying that right? Right, come on. All right, I put the link back in the chat. If you can just turn your, all that good stuff. And then I'm going to let you go. Thank y'all to the ones that's still here and the ones that subscribe. Y'all are really blessing the channel tonight. Y'all came here for that action. Dipped in chocolate. Hello. We saw, oh yeah, Coco, yeah, she's being supported. She said, I'm gonna bring some people over there. Thank you, Coco. She said this was back then. I dropped the link, Meek. Where'd he go? Where'd his name go? Oh, shout out to the saxophone. I have a cousin that plays sax. Hey, Dip. Where'd he go?
Right here. Boom. Is the link not working? Let me try it again. Or were you just talking like you wanted to come up and you didn't really want to come? He said, "What you mean?" I think we got some movement. We got some movement. Oh, I think I think he's looking for. He's gonna get a shirt. Hey, Migo, you have a. I know were you trying to grab a shirt? I'm not familiar with the YouTube rules. And can you put it in the chat because I won't be able to. I can't hear you. Mookie brought my folks. You're gonna get more now with that exclusive interview. He's back there, y'all. He's trying to get situated. He's trying. I see some movement back there. Can you hold your camera up for me? We can't see you.
Hold on.
Oh, you got it? Oh,
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but can you turn your camera around towards you so we can see you? I think it's facing the TV. We don't want to get no copyright strike. I'll bring it down to you. Turn your thing around. You try, hey. Somebody put exclusive in the title. No, because what was going on, people trying to, Okay, here we go.
My hair kind of crazy. I was just trying to show my hair.
Don't worry about it. Hey, I got to get a cut myself. So thank you for joining. You have any takes on what's been going on so far with the trial and Woody?
Of course, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. One, I put on TikTok the judge need to be investigated ASAP. That's one, because it's too biased, man. Like every day I watch it, it's like 25 overruled and only like 5 sustained for the defense side. You feel me? So, like I think still doing his job to the best. I don't think he's having that much sustained for him not to understand the law. If I make sense, you understand what I mean? Like, right. I think he's an elite lawyer. He's an elite lawyer. Why he has that much or that low of a sustain, or like, you feel me? Like, why is everything being overruled by a high lawyer that knows the law? So that's one. My bad. I'm listening.
No. I was just jumping in. I agree with what you're saying. In the beginning, it always seems as if the judge heavily favored the prosecution. He sustained the defense motions, or overrule them. And when the prosecutors object, he shuts the defense down at every turn, every chance he gets. And I kind of noticed that at the beginning. But some judges used to be prosecutors, so they lean towards the prosecution more. But then he started going above and beyond, and I said something not right about this judge. He ain't all right. And now when we found out he's in a back room, willing and dealing, they say
with a sworn witness,
right? With a sworn witness, he's sneaking and creeping, tipping and dipping. Oh no. No, hell no. Y'all didn't know done it.
Like, you gotta understand, bro. It doesn't matter what the court view of a alleged criminal. One, he's innocent to proven guilty. So everything gotta be fair. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what a cop look at a alleged criminal. Do you have the proof? So you don't have the proof. So he's a regular civilian. We're gonna start that there. So by you bringing in a sworn witness, come on, man, these people fighting for their life, man. These people fighting a chair. You feel me? Like, these people, you get what I'm saying? These people ain't looking at 10 years, 7 years. Nah, these people looking like they might not see their kids again. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, it's a long time. And
So like you,
yeah, somebody said that the judge is in with the Miss Love and Miss Hilton. I agree. And somebody said the prosecution looking for the truth. Looking for the truth to me is not the
true.
issue.
What you mean by that? What you mean looking for the truth?
Right. Looking for the truth is not the issue, but it's when you start cutting corners, when you start, willing and dealing in the back room. I mean, in the United States, the last time I checked, you have a constitutional right to a fair trial, not a one-sided trial. So
correct.
You look for the truth, but do it the right way. Don't go, cutting all these corners, because when you cut corners, innocent men and women end up in prison for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And then next thing you know, we on the news when we, 80, 90 years old, wondering why somebody was in jail for 50 years. Why they in jail? Right. Because a prosecutor like D.A. Love cut a corner, a judge like Judge Glanville cut a corner, and now we have people in jail that don't supposed to be there. Oh, go ahead. I'm just talking. You go ahead.
Nah, man, you good, man. That's what your platform here for. You feel me? The discussion, man. But it's just crazy to me, man, because I think Mr. Steele and his team are elite group of lawyers. So I don't think that the thing that they trying to object is not all right, but it's not majority wrong now. Like, come on now, like if it's 17 objections, you telling me he only got 4 that sustained? Like, come on now, like that's not how can I say that's just not correct. You feel me?
Right.
That's just not correct.
Right. It ain't gotta be no special way. It ain't right. I mean, just on
it ain't
outside,
right. You feel me?
Yeah, on the outside looking in, you ain't gotta be no lawyer. It ain't right. I mean, you can't be.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. So,
come on.
And that's my issue. And then as a judge, he should know better. Not only did he do something wrong, he could have corrected it. But no, what did he do? He doubled down. He told
double down.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock you up. Not only did he try to lock up Brian Steele, Young Thug's attorney, he's trying to lock up Miss Kayla Bumpus. Yeah, he's trying to lock up. Like, judge, enough is enough. And people saying, okay, you're being too hard on him, but no, we're not being too hard on him because he's not stopping. He's still going, trying to lock people up instead of backing up and letting a judge with clean hands take over. So I don't think we've been hard enough on him. Somebody said no telling how many black men or women sitting in prison because of this judge or prosecutor.
Nah, man. But let's talk about the sworn witness thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, forget the conversation. What makes you think it was okay for them to have that sworn witness and not tell the defense? One, they told the time of the day when to come in. Then you didn't like, it's like this, it's hospitality. If you bring somebody into your house, you're going to inform them on details of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? You're not just going to let your guests just sit around and not know what's happening. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, yeah.
So,
but it just depends on how much in advance it was planned. Now, if the judge got to court and D.A. Love said, hey, we need to talk to Woody. We need to try to get him to change his mind, because at this time Woody said he was pleading the fifth, he wasn't cooperating. So they said, bring Woody over from the jail. Let's try to get him to change his mind. And by that time, it was too late to tell the lawyers to come in late. They're already there. They're already in the waiting room. They waiting for the day to start. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. You said it's too late. It's never too late. I don't. If Woody and his lawyer in there, let's say for whatever time they got in there. Whatever time they got in there, you supposed to tell the defense, Woody in here, would you like to join or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't start until you tell the defense.
You're talking about.
I'm listening, sir.
I misunderstood your question. I thought you were talking about why did they tell the lawyers to come that early when they know they had a secret meeting planned? And I was saying that it was probably too late to tell the lawyers, the defense attorneys, not to come to court until 11 o'clock because it was the reason the meeting was planned so late on Monday that they didn't have time to tell the other lawyers, don't come in right now, come in later on. Y'all stay at home so we can have our meeting. I think the meeting must have been planned on impromptu, without much preparation Monday morning when everybody showed up. But I think, but what was the issue you were? Somebody said they had it planned over the weekend. But
that's what I'm saying. The person that said they got it planned over the weekend, I think they're talking about when Woody pled the 5th and he had to go to jail over the weekend. So they saying, or what I'm saying is, over the weekend when he was in contempt, when he pleaded the 5th, I believe the prosecutors and the judge planned over that weekend. Then once that Monday came and he said, I want to testify, I want to know when it was time for them to come to court. I think he said 9 or 9:30, right. but the trial started at 11:15, 11:30, 2 hours after he said to come at 9:30. You feel me? Right. My thing is I remember he said a month or two ago, he said he is the referee in this court. So he makes sure everything is inbound and nothing is out of bound, no flagrants, no fouls happening. I remember he said that. He is the referee of the court. Yeah. So when that means you're the referee.
All right, go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir.
You're good. No, you're good. Go ahead. I thought you had paused. Go ahead.
So that means every little thing, like everything got to be reported. Like football, it doesn't matter if his helmet is just crossed the line, is offsides. Call it. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You feel me? It doesn't matter if he moved if the quarterback moved his shoulders. That's a false start. Call it. You think I'm saying? You're the referee. You make sure everything is right. So by you having this sworn witness in, and you're not telling the defense, you think that's cool? What made him think it was the right thing to do? That's my thing. What made him think that's the right thing to do? Like, these people is fighting for their lives. So you telling me, Judge, you don't care about these alleged criminals' lives? That's what I look at it. You think what I'm saying? For you to do that means you really don't care about these people, dog. You just don't.
Yeah, I agree. He should have. I mean, even if the judge didn't know, we give him the benefit of the doubt. Once he went in that room and he found out what was going on, he should have stopped it immediately. He should have said, "Hey, DA Love, this is not an ex parte proper conversation. You need to have the other side here. So we're going to pause here, send the deputies out, grab them, and then bring them in the room. So there'll be no confusion." And right now, it's so much confusion because we don't know what happened in that room. Not only that, the judge.
We don't know what to believe.
We don't know what to believe, right? The judge is refusing to release the. He refusing to release the transcript, and that's a problem. The judge is basically saying, "You don't need the transcript. Just trust me, bro.
Believe my word. Believe my word."
Judge, we passed that. We way past that. We way past that now.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have to. Not only do I want the transcript, I want the recording so I can hear the voices on the tape while I listen to read the words. Because right now,
I got time for you to tell Ms. Weaver, hey, take that out, put that in. Now take that out, put that in. No. We can't have that. Put that. Nah, man, we can't have that, man. You get what I'm saying? So he better have that recorded. If you don't have that recorded, somebody they need a RICO. Forget that. They need a RICO.
For conspiring. Man, that'll be something crazy if the judge. I mean, it's been a crazy show so far, so I don't know. Too much would surprise me right now. Yeah.
Let's look now. Let's look at it from the eyes or the book of the law. So I'm saying the judge and the prosecutors, that's not a RICO. I'm saying the thing they ain't doing that's not a RICO. Let's be 100 now. They said what they said RICO is an enhancement for organized crime. So whatever you do to enhance the organization. So you the judge, Your organization, whatever it is the court of law. Y'all work as a team. Y'all get paid at the same tax money. So y'all enhancing for whatever organization or whatever view that y'all want.
Okay.
That's all it is. They think RICO is just a gang. Nah, RICO is not just for a gang. It's for whatever organization that's doing wrong to make what is it? They life? Is it they view? You get what I'm saying? But whatever it is to make sure that they have what they want. That's a RICO, dog.
Yeah, right.
That's a RICO.
I mean, and I believe the law is, and don't quote me on this because I don't practice in Georgia. You got to have some type of common scheme, plan, symbols like gang symbols, colors, hand signs to officially be labeled a group. But I believe somebody said that the judge and DA Hilton was doing some type of baseball signs and to each other throughout the trial. So I mean, I don't put none past the prosecutors. They need to get in the back room and make sure they went back there talking to the jurors, the jury, because I would really be shocked. Let me answer this real quick. No, this is not my law degree back here. This is my law license. My law degree is somewhere in my office, hung up somewhere. And this was Kayla's Cash App. Kayla Bumpus, the attorney for YSL WOODY. So if y'all don't mind blessing her, because she didn't have to come to the channel and give us an exclusive over here at TalkThatLaw. So if y'all don't mind doing that. But yeah, back to what we were saying. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolutely insane what's going on. And I'm glad it was exposed. So maybe it was meant for this case to be on TV, on YouTube, so we can really see what's going on in these courts. Because half the time, the general public, we don't know what's going on in these courts.
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, if you're not on trial yourself or you know somebody on trial, you're not going to be there. And you're going to keep voting the same people in office because you think, oh, well, he's been there for 10 years. He must be good. No, that don't mean just because he's been there, that don't mean he's been good. But yeah, you had something else you want to...
Shit, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't know if y'all really a fan of Young Thug and stuff like that, but he even said it in his song, man. Like before he got hit with the RICO, he even said he's taking the trial, man. He even said in his song, they ain't got nothing on me. They claim that I killed somebody. He said they ain't got nothing on me. They claim that I shot at somebody's mommy. You get what I'm saying? So he said in the song, like they claiming false allegations on him. You feel me?
Right.
So
and I agree.
You feel me? You got Woody and Tech that both said he didn't want us to live that street life. He's seen that his career in music was going to a different level that he never expected. So he wanted the right thing from the people that they think is high criminals.
That's what I got from it. That's what I got. So
I'm confused of what the judge want. Like judge, like you getting testimony of a positive of Young Thug. Like I didn't hear nothing about follow this car. Not even a little crime. Like here, sell this nickel bag or go to the store and just sit. Yeah, I didn't even hear nothing little.
Right. I mean, they may have a theory of the case, or this is what we think. But thinking something.
We can't go with thinking. This is somebody's life. We ain't going with no thinking.
Right, and proving it beyond a reasonable doubt is two different things. So yeah, I definitely agree that what is this? Let me see. I can understand why anyone would vote for her. That's why Ural, the judge, is squashing his pants, finally being in there return voters. Well, they both were reelected, so maybe they run on the same ticket. That's really crazy because this judge for this case was reelected in the primary. Trump's judge was reelected in the primary, and Fonnie Willis was reelected in the primary. So they may be all running deep around that courthouse.
Man, RICO, man, that sounds like a RICO. That sounds like a RICO.
Sound like a RICO.
That sound like a RICO, man.
Hey, dude, you should go be thug lawyer. But yeah, I do agree that they don't have enough at this time. And my thing is, if y'all had something by now, you should have showed it. You shouldn't be.
Come on now. This going on
100, right?
9-10 years, bro.
Right.
9-10 years.
Right.
Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in the ninth grade in 2014, dog. So I was a fan of Young Thug before he became, you know what I'm saying? I was a fan when he came up with the Stunner Stone, like the Stoner, I'm a Stunner. So like I can understand his growth in life or whatever. You get what I'm saying? His career. Like, if they would have had, like, it's been 10 years since 2014. You telling me you bringing people in that gave you a statement or allegedly was there 10 years later?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Make that make sense.
And so much can change between 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you may think you saw one thing and saw something else, or you heard one thing. Some of us can't remember 10 days ago, 10 weeks, 10 months. You talking about 10 years? There's no way.
Especially Woody.
Especially Woody. Somebody say let the jury decide. Well, the jury could have decided if the judge didn't interfere and try to tip the scales of justice by putting his thumb on the scale. He didn't put his thumb. Somebody said he put his whole head.
Yeah.
His whole head to make sure that it weighed down. Somebody ain't gonna like that. But the truth is the truth. I mean, hey, we're gonna tell it. And these are my opinions. You can always disagree. Everybody got their right to.
But it's crazy though, man.
Right.
But couple things before I go though, man. How can this judge really sit there and let this go on and he really making justice look like a fool? Like, I really gotta sit down and really like explain or clear what I'm saying. This man making justice look like a fool. You get what I'm saying? Like, he really making justice look like it's corrupt. Like, he really not making justice be justice. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you bringing in Woody that said he lied, or like he lied in the past to make sure that he was safe or to get whatever pressure was off him. So that right there, as soon as he said I lied and everything, he was a what? What is it called when a witness don't give the correct statement or a consistent statement? What is that called? To
my thing, his credibility was shot because
that's what it is. The credibility of the witness, like it's over with.
I mean, he said I'm just, and not only that, he said I'm only saying yes because I want to hurry up and get through these questions. So if you're asking me something, I'm saying yes, it's because I'm trying to speed through this time. I'm not trying to stay here that much longer. And
right.
Obviously, and then she's trying to say, well, were you lying when you answered those questions? No, don't try to trap him, Ms. Hilton, because you gave him permission to lie, allegedly, in that secret backroom meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think it's really we gonna see. We living in some crazy times. Some of this stuff we've never seen before, and it might have been going on. It's just the first time they got caught.
Facts.
But I definitely do appreciate. Oh, you had another? Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say shit. I appreciate the time that you brought me here, dog. You feel me? I appreciate it, man.
No. Yeah, I definitely thank you for coming up. I know a lot of times people have opinions different from mine. So I'm not a dictator. I like to hear what other people think. We all from different parts of the country. We were raised different, and we all got different takes and outlooks on certain things. Right. So I don't mind. And even if you don't agree with me, you still can come up. So I'm glad you did. And it seems like me and you are on the same page. For sure,
man. And
so thank you
one more question for you. What you think the trial will end up? How you think the trial going to end? Mistrial, a sentence to Thug, or what you think?
Well, I think if it goes to the jury, I'm thinking the jury would do a not guilty, just because the jury, they're not living under a rock. They know what's going on. Right. I mean, I'm sure they know about what we're talking about, even though they're not supposed to know. that the judge was having meetings in the back, I think they know, and that's probably going to make them mad that you've been wasting their time all this time and you're doing stuff that you have no business doing. So I think it's really going to go to the young thug, and the prosecutors have improved their case. Or some people are saying that the appellate court should step in and declare a mistrial. My only thing with a mistrial is if you're going to declare a mistrial, make sure you do it with prejudice so it can never be brought again. Because if you just declare a mistrial and you give the prosecutors another bite at the apple, it's a chance that young thug and his co-defendants can go through this all over again. But I'm like, if the prosecutors did something they were not supposed to do, then it should be a mistrial
immediately.
Where the defendants can never be tried again. So if it's not going to be a mistrial where they never can be tried again, then I prefer it to go to the jury and get a not guilty, and that way young thug can go, free from all of this madness. But because if it's a mistrial and the judge or the court gives the judge permission to try the case again, who knows? Fonnie may say she want another bite at the apple, and she might try to do it all over again. So, so I think
don't let Trump be elected, man. Trump will get out of there, man. Don't let it get it. Don't let.
we gonna see. We'll be at June, November, not that far away. So it's gonna be interesting to see, what's gonna happen when if he is elected and he take over, and he's already saying he want retribution. So is he going to put try to put charges against her while she still got charges against him? It might get crazy. It might get crazy around here.
So you got my bad. I know I sound supposed to go, but it's not like you going with Biden. You going with Biden? You going Uncle Bob? You going with Uncle Joe?
No, not necessarily. I really don't have an inclination for either one of them at this point.
For sure.
Because we were told so much, you vote this way or you vote that way, but we gotta figure out what can that politician do for us,
right?
Do for you personally, your family, not whether if they're Democrat or Republican, because you gotta look out for yourself first. And I used this before, this analogy, but when you're on an airplane and you're getting ready to fly somewhere, the flight attendant, she gives you instructions. She said, if something happens to the plane, she said, put your own mask on first, and then you assist other people and help them with their mask. So you can't help nobody if you don't help yourself first. So I think we got to start looking out for ourselves first, and then we're able to move on to help other people with their issues. So that's just my take, my little 2 cents on that. I know we got kind of, I got kind of off. He said he didn't give you a direct. I didn't give you a direct answer. I gave you the lawyer's answer.
You good, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate the time, dog.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for joining, and hopefully we can have you back soon.
For sure, man. Have a nice one, y'all.
All right, same to you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Well, when we go on tour, that shit. All right, y'all. All right. Man, I'm so wore out. All these back-to-back days. But we still here. Tomorrow's a holiday. There's no court, so we're good on that. I think we're going to start back up maybe Thursday or Friday, depending on how the judge feels. If he want to take his dog to the dog park, or if he actually want to come to work and get some work done. That's not in the back room, might I add. Laughing, I'm over where the flying car was. I'm the first one with the ticket. I don't care what it costs. But I do want to thank y'all for joining me, and the people that brought other people, the people that liked the video, subscribed to the video. Somebody said a comfort break. No, that's a good night break. Yeah, it's a good night break. We didn't did everything we needed to do. We watched the video twice. We all saw the video. I'm sure people from other channels came in. They just snuck in, y'all. I bet you we had some people from some other channels, some big channels, just sitting back watching. They sitting back looking. trying to figure out how in the world he got that exclusive. How did it land in his lap? We want to know. We want to know how he did it. But it wasn't me. It was all her. She was kind enough to explain her position. They came to you because you're exclusive. I'll let you express your opinions. I'm not going to shut you down. If a guest come and wants something to say, got something to say it. But just, I'm watching this chat. I try to, y'all can talk, at me. But, if y'all can refrain from, being, crazy to other people, because some people don't like some of the, some of the stuff. When you're just being flat out disrespectful, you calling people names and stuff like that, then, obviously that's above and beyond. But, everybody just having their own opinions. Thank you. Thank you for that. You coming back? Are you coming back? And some of the people in the chat saying don't let you come back because you don't know how to act. Somebody said don't let you come back. But yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate it. So I guess maybe Thursday, if I do go live, I'll post a notification schedule so we can see. But I do thank y'all for the new people. Let me see where we're at. Let me see. Then 551. That's good. We take what we can get. That's good. He said, no, don't let him back. He in here inciting a riot. Don't let him back. Don't let him back. Don't let him back. Yeah. I'm going to go back through the chat and see. I did know. I mean, if it gets too crazy, I try to put people in the time off for a little bit to cool off so they can know, like, hey, we can't do that. Talk about me. I can handle it. But leave the other people alone. Leave the other people alone. All right, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. Coco, yeah. I'm finna get out of here. But I'll see y'all at the end of the week. Maybe even Thursday. Who knows? But before I get out of here, let me give my legal disclaimer. No legal advice intended. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer. I'm just here to talk that law. All right, thank y'all so much for coming. I hope I see y'all on the next one. Have a good one.